Can we not be eating during the video? Are you almost done with both of those?
No, I gave him one.
What if your favorite like YouTuber was like just doing his video but he was eating at the same time? All the unfinished tracks we have are mine now. No matter how much you wrote, it's all mine.
Alright.
Okay.
This is gonna get better. This is gonna get better, I swear.
We took a poll on Instagram and Twitter, and we were planning on just doing one, but it was a break even between Rise Up Happy and Better that people wanted to see the making of. It started with this on piano, and I messed around with this chord progression, and it sat on my computer for a few months, and then I started this song before the Spare Keys were a thing.
With just the vocals.
Oh,
it was like
did
the
you?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
Oh, no, you sent me that and I was
this,
like...
Yeah, I started the song and I have a complete version of it with no rap.
Yeah.
And then I took that verse out and then gave Carter the rap and we made it a Spare Keys song. But
You're a girl.
what's the song about?
Carter's talking to his girlfriend, you're talking to your girlfriend.
About being a better boyfriend.
Whose girlfriend are you talking to?
Eric's talking to his mom.
I'm not in the song!
Oh, you're not?
I'm not, I literally... You guys...
You're not in the song?
Well, then get out.
I didn't help make it.
You're not in the song, Eric?
Get
No.
out.
Yeah.
Get out.
I played. That's the only song where one of us was not involved a lick. I'm literally not involved.
Okay, no. So that's because most of the time it's Eric. Eric makes the chord progression, has the idea, and I'll put the beat to it and then produce the vocals and
I do the
Carter.
rap.
But this song was 90% done before Carter even got on it or the Spare Keys were even a thing. So, you're still here?
Yeah.
So it started. I'll play the chords. This is how it started. And my favorite part of this song is the screams in it, which have become pretty signature. Everybody knows it, and it's this. And that was actually, I was working on the song with my brother upstairs at his house. Do you even know this?
I know.
I don't know.
So I was working on this song upstairs in my brother's room, and my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, and her friend were downstairs, and my sister-in-law scared her, and she screamed at the perfect time, and I heard it, and I went downstairs and begged her to record.
No way. I thought that was like a preset. No, I thought that was a preset.
I kept begging her to. Let's see if I can. This is what it sounded like before any of the effects.
I thought that was just in like a sample that Josiah gave.
So I asked her to scream again and she wouldn't do it, and I was like begging her, and that was like the first thing I added. But then I put a filter on it, and then I put some reverb on it and a glue compressor, and then it's...
That's
and then
crazy.
Threw that in the mix. Even more than this song, like at its face value, because it is about my girlfriend, and then Carter wrote about his girlfriend, but the song is just about like committing to being better. That's what I wrote it about.
Yeah, well, like just being better in general, like not even
just being better for other people.
Yeah, not even just as a boyfriend, but like as a friend and as a son, and yeah.
Yeah, and then in Logic, it's like GarageBand on steroids. I created this choir.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
And then the guitar too. And that was done on that guitar. And so is this. So that was a lot of editing that I did. The chorus in the end, just in the main mix, just sounded like So yeah, is there any other memes about this song?
I don't really think so. I mean,
Rise Up Happy is a much more interesting story.
It proves that the Spare Keys can be successful without Eric.
yeah, it's kind of when me and Luke started to realize that Eric wasn't really a necessary part.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we cut you out of all the revenue that we're making from
Yeah, it's
the EP.
50-50.
But like, we'll leave your name on it. So.
Well,
Yes.
I was really glad that Carter, because I showed this to him for the idea in my car during lunch, right?
yeah, no, yeah.
And
Is this...
and he went for it. And this was the third song that we started working on for the EP.
Which one?
Rise Up Happy and Equal were the first two.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's how that song goes. That's so crazy. How different it sounded.
Yeah, I know.
It's a lot higher.
What's that? I'm trying to
I'm running my mouth and I'm shrouded by a cloud of doubt. About a dozen of people that I know where they said are counting me out. Had a bad day, now I'm laying on the couch.
That was before the Spare Keys.
That was August 15th of last
Before
last
Equal,
year.
yeah.
Before, yeah. So
I checked.
before I was involved.
I wrote it 10 months ago, originally.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you made this instrumental, right?
Yeah. This was the original.
I remember you showed me this.
I showed you this in the Bojangles parking lot, like
Yeah.
almost a year ago.
Yeah. And I liked it a lot. But it sounds too much like...
It sounds like Young, Dumb and Broke. Is what
Yeah,
it sounds like.
or it sounds like R. Kelly.
It's like
Jason Derulo.
ah, you're gonna rise up happy. Yeah.
So I was like, that's good.
Yeah, the
But
melody.
I'm gonna...
destroy it, like rip it apart.
No, so this was actually the song. I remember we were over at my house,
Here.
just hanging out. I don't even think we were working on music. And you showed me this. And then the next day we called Eric and Eric came over.
Yeah, no, I think what I showed you was me and Eric had done that recording of us singing it at my house like a week before that. I showed it to you here, and then yeah, you called him over and laid it down.
And then, so he laid down the chords. And I'll be honest, up until we released it, it was my least favorite song on that EP.
Oh, it was garbage.
a
Until like
while.
the last like
I was
day
nervous.
of mixing, it was trash.
I was really scared. We changed the key of it. You were saying it's a lot higher. What is it in now? E?
It
Now
was, it was in F, and now it's...
It's in E
something.
flat.
Yeah, okay. I know. Yeah.
E
E
something.
flat.
So we laid this down. This is probably the most simple instrumental, like the chords.
Well, yeah, because I wrote the chords and I don't play music, so it's literally two chords over and over.
So we laid that down, and I wasn't too sure. And then this is like the verse. I still wasn't sure until I added the drums, and I had never done this with drums before. The drums in this are so cool. This kick though was so good to me
Oh yeah. So
because it's a stomp.
right. Well, because when I came to you with the idea, I wanted it to be something more like this. Like I knew that
And you
what I
almost
made.
didn't know it yet.
Well, yeah, but I knew that what I made wasn't gonna be like the
The instrumental.
the end.
So I said I
product.
want it to sound like. I really tried to make this song sort of like Hatred. Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
no, I
kind of
can
piano
see it.
sound.
And then like with
um,
like a catchy kind of.
Yeah,
Chorus.
and this is cool because this snap right here,
Yeah.
and then this clap was both of those I recorded in the chorale room,
Oh, like those
Yeah,
are
I
actual.
kinda
Those
wanted
are
to
like.
do it.
and then I got them all to clap.
Oh, those are like actual
So-
noises.
So that was cool to have most of the sounds like be real,
Yeah, I like when it. I
raw
like when it's.
sounds. And then we.
Do you have the crowd recording? Like the raw one?
Sort of. I lost the original one, but this is what.
Oh yeah, without
Yeah.
us. It,
Yeah.
So it was. So
We ha-
as we were finishing the song up,
It was like the last day before the.
it was a day before you were on the way over.
Yeah, and it was a day before the EP came out or something
Yeah,
like that.
and I had probably put in like 60 hours
Oh yeah,
on
you
the
were like
song.
dying.
Yeah. And it still wasn't where I wanted, and then my computer had an update, and it was.
Oh, I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah,
I remember that.
it was
We all got really
My
crazy.
computer
scared.
had an update, and I was sitting here working, and I was updating it. Do you even know this, Kevin?
Nope.
I updated my computer. We got back in, or I did. You guys weren't over. I got back in to Ableton, and everything was gone. Like almost the entire EP was gone. All the plugins that I had, like Serum, which was a lot of the sounds.
Oh yeah, like for better, like the,
Better 90% of it was missing, and we had to replace a lot of it.
Yeah.
Rise Up Happy, and I lost the chorale, and that was what I was most upset by, because we can cut it in here, I guess. So that took like a month to get Miss Burke.
Yeah,
like-
well to like
to
set
get
it
the
all
time.
up and like yeah.
so
have
I
the time
lost.
when we weren't
I
busy.
lost their take, and I was like really upset. You remember me calling you?
Yeah, you threw up.
I got sick because
Yeah.
I was so. It was
I mean,
like,
I would have too, but yeah, I didn't spend
spent
90
Yeah.
hours working on it.
so many nights of like not even going to sleep and working on it all night.
No, I
and
know.
then-
You come to school like dead.
It was really upsetting, but I remember telling you, I was like, you need to drop everything and come over and we're gonna re-record
Yeah, that's
it.
what I did. Yeah.
It wasn't until after the EP that I got a lot of the plugins back, like Serum. The only chorale that I had recorded was the master track, so it was like the song done, just like you would listen
Right.
to it
It
now.
was a whole different mix.
And it was a demo that I exported and sent to you guys to
Yeah.
get your opinion
I
on it.
remember.
So I put that back in, and this is what came out. So that is the song. Like that's
It's two versions of the song on top
that's
of
an
each
old
other.
version of the song that is in the real song that not, and that is a big. You don't.
No.
So that was the only
mean-
shot for me to put them back in. And that's like the drums are doubled up, the piano's doubled up, the vocals are doubled up, everything. This is what it sounded like raw. And then I put the EQ in to take out some of the frequency. So that's how it was. And it mixed rather well. And then we recorded more vocals over it to kind
I'm just
of
us.
sweep it under the rug,
Yeah.
yeah. And we did that in my car.
I
We were
remember,
in my
yeah.
car, and it was snowing, right?
Yeah, yeah, because we had a snow day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you came over, and yeah, that was a nightmare. I was like losing my mind about it. But we got that down.
I think the coolest part of the whole process was you sampling the chorale and like reversing it and for
yeah,
that,
I'll show that in a
yeah.
second. So yeah, like you were saying, the chorale. I really like taking with the spare keys. It works especially. It's hard to do in my own music. I did it in my song Something. SoundCloud in the link below. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I like taking normal samples and then pitching them up and then pitching them down in like Melodyne or something. And I remember I showed up to I had an appointment to get my nose checked for. No, it wasn't my nose. I had bronchitis. That was it. So I was going to get that checked, and I was in the parking lot early, and I was just mixing this, and I came up with, this was the original sample, and I just cut up them singing the chorus. So this was it. And at the end there, I think that's your favorite.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
just
my
took the
absolute
last
favorite
where they step down, and then I just took that same clip and I reversed it and put it at the end, so it goes.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the entire
And then
song.
yeah, and then I pitched it up, so then it sounded like this. And then together in the mix, it sounds like this. The last thing before all the stuff happened with my computer, the last thing that we did,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I just had that idea and I just started kind of vocalizing, like yelling, and I really wanted to do a breakdown, and that was what this ended up being. This was like, this almost didn't even make it into the
yeah, and
main.
that yeah, I like
Yeah.
that was just me like listening to the demo in my
yeah.
car, and I was like,
Yeah, you brought that to me, yeah.
Yeah.
So then it turned out to be this. Yeah, but I ended up singing it.
you did, you did.
And then the whole mix. Not a lot of people hear this though, like. Not a lot of people hear that.
For real.
And you know how it goes.
Yeah.
But the
Didn't I
other-
do some vocals too?
That was lost. That was lost when the computer
when the
updated.
computer-
Okay.
And I could
No, we promised.
I could
it.
never-
No,
no, yeah.
we promised.
I'm good.
like, and we couldn't get it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that and one
You
of
covered well.
Yeah, yeah.
and one of the drum samples that I had that I couldn't get back.
Yeah, okay.
But one of my favorite things is your guys' harmony that we did very early. I cut it from the original one. We recorded this like 3 days in, I think, and then I put it away, and then I brought it back at the end, and I love it. And it's them two harmonizing with each other. So good. And then I got really jealous with your harmony, so I added this in.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, people probably want to hear the ad lib. People really like what I make.
Yeah.
So
You're out.
yep, you're out of the band.
Darn.
So people really like how I pitched the I said oh Lord.
I said, oh Lord.
This is what it sounded like. That's you saying oh Lord, and then I
Yeah.
took that program and pitched it up. And then I pitched it down. And then together. I would say that this was the most challenging song on the EP.
I think it's the one we spent the most time on, ultimately. I
Hey,
mean,
my-
Log Cabin was like one night of us just like vibing.
Yeah.
Equal was like equal. Yeah, that
And
was a fun
verse,
story.
That well, you want to tell that real quick?
Yeah, I wrote the rap for Log Cabin for a completely different song, like 7 months ago.
No, it was
And-
longer than that.
Yeah, like
It was almost a year. We looked.
almost,
at the notes.
almost a year ago, just like Rise Up Happy.
Oh,
and-
Library in Space.
Yeah, it was called Library in Space, and I like kind of like put it off, and I just had it memorized still, and so they were jamming out, and they made this.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
instrumental.
say this first. When he raps, he never looks at his phone.
Oh
He
yeah, no,
always-
I have it memorized.
which is pretty cute.
They were just playing it, and I started doing the Library in Space.
No.
No.
Gosh, you're so bad at.
I
telling
forgot the
stories.
story. How did?
No, I was talking
No.
about how much I loved Library in Space and I wanted us to do it.
Yeah.
I
okay,
remembered,
yeah.
And I remembered how it sounded, and it was a
Right.
completely different sounding song.
Yeah, no.
It sounded like some Tribe Called Quest. like-
Yeah.
and we were trying to.
Should we play it?
We were trying to. Do you,
I mean, that's a
this
whole.
isn't the
Other,
make.
that's a
Yeah,
whole. Other
maybe
song.
if people want to see how we made that Log Cabin. we
That's
may
a
do
story for another
But
day.
I told you to try it, and I could tell
Yeah.
you were like not wanting to.
Well,
do
because
it.
it was kind of like my little baby. I like that
Yeah.
song.
And then I put a knife to your throat.
You did, and then.
No,
But so then I started doing it, and Luke was like, "Do it."
that's the one.
That's the one.
So we changed it from
Library in Space to
Log Cabin.
and it was kind of fitting if you know the story behind the song.
If that's another
That's
whole
a whole other
another
whole other
meme for another day.
But anyway, so that was like a night of us just like vibing with what was happening.
And if people don't know, Log Cabin, that was your idea.
Yeah.
Log Cabin, and it's because we recorded all of it at my house, and I live in it looks like a Lincoln log
Log Cabin
creation.
Yeah.
So that's the story behind that.
It was like a mix between Library in Space and then the one that you had was like in the middle of a woods and like that rap.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah, we just kind of combined it and then worked, and you wrote a little bit more for it. No, actually you didn't.
no, I just
No.
completely
Yeah.
did the old song. But so that was one night. Equal was like 2-3 days of work really. But this one, I don't know if you had to count up all the hours what it would amount to, but it was a very long time. And
Even the recording.
yeah, I mean for the majority of the songs on the EP, it was like we did it and it was just like that's it.
Yeah,
cut
half
it,
the
press it, release it. But this
Half
one,
the song, like 3 of the songs were you already had written. Like
yeah,
you didn't-
and it was just like, okay, this is simple, we know, and it was good,
and then
we
we're gonna
liked
take it in this direction, yeah.
Yeah, this was the only one where it was like, what is happening, and really near the end, it
Log
just
Cabin, yeah.
yeah,
And it all felt. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah. I was just saying for Rise Up Happy, it just felt like it was like everything was falling apart. It was
Yeah.
like
It didn't feel like a song anymore.
yeah, it was just like trash. I mean, it wasn't trash, but like it wasn't as
No, it was trash.
it didn't compare to the other songs on the EP. But like right at the end, everything just kind of clicked.
And it's the most popular song on the EP,
Exactly.
which blows my mind. I kind of hate the song. I'm just kidding. It's been a lot
It
of
doesn't
time.
blow mine. It's like my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you like being happy.
Yeah.
You know, I really like it too. I was just surprised that it ended up being how it was because it didn't seem like it was gonna work
Yeah.
out, and I was kind of bummed out about it.
Yeah, me too. I
But-
really wanted. You remember me telling you? I was like, I want this to be good so bad, and I just can't do it.
Yeah, but it happened.
Now when I listen back, I can't help but I'm like, oh, there's that, that's messed up, and the version before I lost everything sounded better this way. And
Yeah.
so it's hard for me to enjoy it as much, but I really like how we're practicing. I think Rise Up Happy is my favorite song live that we're working on.
yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but that's about it. Let's get 10 million likes.
Mhm.
Like and subscribe and comment what you had for breakfast this morning.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully we get more than a few views on this one.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully people.
I would like to
interested
do
in it.
more of this, and then even have Kevin's filming, by the way. But I would
Kevin!
I would like to have him when we record, like us come for a weekend, and
Oh, that'd
but I want him to.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna do it because he's behind the camera, and I don't pay him anything. No, but thanks for watching, and
Yeah,
I would like to do more of these. I think it would be fun. So,
Same. It's fun to like talk about it.
yeah, it's a really cool.
Story.
Don't play us out. We're gonna have background music.
Copyright. Copyright.
Stop. Background music comes in now.
Fade out.
Oh Lord, I don't